Yo, what's good, YouTube? This your boy Sippi King, back with another video. On this video, I want to talk about the black community has an identity problem. Small minds versus big visions. And that's real, man. Cause check this out, man. People hate to hear the truth, right? But I'm here to speak the truth tonight, right now. I put myself online for speaking on this, but somebody got to tell it. And like the problem in our community is, like, people play victim. People play psychological games when they are in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing is with the black community, when we are wrong, we hate to admit to it. So what we do is try to play psychological games and flip the script and reverse the game and make it seem like it's that other person's fault by playing psychological games, twisting words around, and doing the opposite, or speaking the opposite to that individual, as in making them feel bad, saying words to make them feel like they are wrong. You know what I mean? When the whole time you are wrong or they are wrong. You know what I mean? That's how this thing been operating the past decade or so, especially in this new generation. You know? And it's like with people, like people don't want to man up or woman up and admit that they are at fault when they are at fault. That's the problem with the black community. You know what I mean? And that's why we have a social problem also. That's why people can't seem to have a strong social presence. You know what I mean? And when it come down to words, right? And it come down to our culture, it's like people allow words to get to the best of them. You know what I mean? By twisting words. All that is psychology, man. Meaning people are playing psychological games. You know what I mean? People play psychological games in the black community to hypnotize your mind in order to get what they want. And that's a form of manipulation. Matter of fact, that is manipulation. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to get along with people with those tendencies. And I noticed when I'm dealing with my own people and my own kind, that's the problem I've run across every time. You know what I mean? Like, people try to twist words up to make you or the next man feel like they are less of a man or a woman. You know what I mean? With these psychological games. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here to tell you, I'm not with it. You know what I mean? I been peeped the shit. You know what I mean? That's one thing nobody can get me on is psychology, bro. Cause I've been to college. I know all about the tactics. You know what I mean? I know all about that. And it's like with the younger generation, like these chicks, middle-aged chicks, older women, they use those tactics towards me. You know what I mean? By sparking arguments, confusing the man to make him feel bad, so they can have a reason to leave the house and go out there and do what they want to do, right? You have men that do that too. They go both ways. I admit to it. You know what I mean? And that's a huge problem we have in our black community. And that falls into the category of small minds versus big visions. And like, you have many people in the black community that has a small mind. You know what I mean? That lacking understanding. They're lacking the true definition of love. They lacking the true definition of loyalty. You know what I mean? Because the whole time they are scheming. They are scheming to get over on the person in the relationship, or they scheming to get over the person that they chilling with, their best homie, or they one of their homies they drink with, smoke with every day. Same thing with women. Same thing with females. That's why you see a whole ton of women out here fighting each other all the time, especially when these TMZ videos come out. You know what I mean? These videos come out of women fighting in the projects, fighting in the club. 90% of those incidents in those videos comes from some type of psychological game. You know what I'm saying? Somebody did something behind somebody's back. Somebody lied on somebody, tried to twist some words up and make the story seem like it was worse than what it was. And then they went around the neighborhood spreading bullshit rumors. A lot of times those situations stem from shit like that. You know what I mean? And that's the big problem we have in our black community, man. And also in the black community, we have a problem with working hard for what we want. You know what I'm saying? We have a huge problem with working for what we want. It's like people in the black community look for a handout. They think everything in life is for free, when in reality, it's not. You have to pay your way to make it to the top in this world. You have to pay your way to survive in this world. And it's like another problem. People cannot accept the answer no. Like, that's crazy to me, right? That's a sign of a person with a small mind. You can't receive the answer yes all the time. You cannot be accepted all the time. You have to accept rejection. You have to take a loss. You have to be told no sometime. Everything cannot be a yes answer. You understand me? It's like people feel entitled in the black community. It's like, especially this young generation, Generation Z. They feel like they are entitled to every dollar, every cent. They feel like they are entitled to every Happy Meal at McDonald's. They feel like they are entitled to every number 2, number 3 combo at Wendy's. They feel like they are entitled to every meal there is in Chick-fil-A. When you are not entitled. Cause listen, shit out here costs money. The economy is booming. The economy, far as the cost of living, it is skyrocketing. Ain't nothing cheap no more. Not saying that it's unaffordable, but once the whole point is, you is not entitled to the whole world. The world don't owe you nothing. If anything, you owe yourself something. Meaning you need to get up off your feet and get out there, man up, or better yet, woman up. Step up your game. Step up your hustle. Because listen, ain't nobody else gonna do it for you. The only person that can do it for yourself is yourself. And if you can't do it for yourself, you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You in serious trouble if you can't learn to woman up or man up and get up on your feet and grind. You know what I mean? That's an old saying. A scared nigga's a dead nigga. I heard that shit from an old man a long time ago, and that's true. Meaning, if you scared to hustle, you're gonna be dead broke for the rest of your life. And that's real, man. And that's real. If you feel me on this video, smash the like and subscribe button, man. Because I'm speaking number facts. But on the back end of this video, I want to say the black community has a huge problem. It's like, if it's not about the yes or no answer, it's all about how a person look. It's all about bringing the next brother or sister down. You know what I mean? Saying things about black men, saying things about black women, when at the end of the day, we are equal. Everybody has a flaw. Nothing is supposed to be perfect, right? But it's this thing in the community where, with women, that every man has to be the complete perfect man. There's this thing in the black community where every man feel like every woman has to be this perfect woman, this perfect queen, when nothing is pure or perfect no more. A lot of things in life has been washed up, watered down. So you have a lot of women with kids out here now. You have a lot of men with kids out here now. So basically, you're not going to get the perfect man, or you're not going to get the perfect woman. But that's the problem we have in the black community. It's like people measure people. People judge people, measure people by their situation, or better yet, their life situation, or their finances, or better yet, by the way they talk, or what type of car they drive, or what type of house they live in. Like, that's an identity problem we have in our community. And then it's like in the community, like, people become angry at fellow black brothers and sisters because they decide to cut ties with the hood. Like, listen, when it come down to the hood is toxic, man. Just to be real, I'm from the street, I'm from the hood myself, I understand. But when you get to a certain age, it's time to cut off the streets. The streets ain't for it. It's not eternal. It's not an eternal lifetime thing. You can't depend on the street. You can't glorify the street for the rest of your life, because you can't get a 401k from the street. The streets is not going to save you, because the streets don't give a fuck about you. Because in reality, us black people, we make up 90% of the ghetto. Excuse me. Us black people, we make up 90% of the hood. Because the hood is the low class. People that barely getting by. People who are living on Section 8. People who get food stamps. People who work at temp services and making minimum wage. All that is hood shit. Or better yet, it's trapping out. All that is low class hood shit, right? And it's like people depend on that little money. People depend on the government. You know what I'm saying? When in reality, that's having a small mind. You having a small mind when you are stuck in that hood phase. You can't grow and develop being in the hood, or depending on the hood. It's not growth and development. You feel what I'm saying? That's not it, man. You know what I mean? You have to mature. You getting older. Your mind is changing. Your life is changing inside your body. Meaning, if that's the case, you have to change on the outside too, physically. Meaning, you need to do different things for different things to happen in your life to make your life better. And the only way to do that is to get away from the streets. Get away from that hood way of thinking. You know what I mean? Because living your life thinking like that means you have a small mind. You're not progressing. You're not progressing. For real. And check this out. The next video I do, I'm going to talk about this. But that's real. But that's the problem we have in our black community, is black community identity. We don't have no identity. Our identity has a negative influence in society. We are seen as a negative, as a culture, because of the way we act and the things that we do, and how we settle for less, and we are content with our current situation. That's a cultural identity problem. For real. And people don't care. Like, that's the sad part about it. But anyway, smash that like and subscribe button. I'm going to end the video and I'm out. Peace.